This Saturday's governorship election in Edo State will be keenly contested amongst political gladiators on many fronts. Of the 17 candidates on the ballot, the three frontline runners are Senator Monday Okpebholo of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Mr. Asue Ighodalo of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and also Mr. Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party. However, there are issues already, largely around security and fears of rigging. Many fear of an escalation into violence. Now, the big question is, what will be the fate of the people of Edo State this weekend? Joining me on the program this evening to discuss this is Eromosele. Ehisuan is the state coordinator at Edo Coalition Movement for Asue Ighodalo 2024, and also Eseosa, where is the spokesperson for the Asue Ighodalo Campaign Council. Also have joining me Otumba Oladele Balogun is the APC chieftain and also former Federal Commissioner, Public Complaints Commission. All of them are joining virtually. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, let me
Thank you, Babu.
Great. Let me start off with you, Eromosele. Now, the biggest update, or one of the, if not the biggest anyway, is the peace accord that the People's Democratic Party has still not signed ahead of the polls. Now, some demands were made in that regard for that to happen. I would like you to bring us up to speed. What's the update as regards your demand, saying that one of it being that the members of the PDP that have been arrested are released, or possibly tried in the state and not taken to Abuja, amongst the list of other demands. What's the update on that?
Well, thank you for having me. The peace accord, it is an avenue where the various political parties that are contesting, they go into the pool in a peaceful method to ensure peaceful coexistence. You could agree with me that a peace accord can only be signed when there is peace in the state at the moment. When the state or the federal security system is treated with an unbiased method. If our people are arrested illegally and they are not tried in Edo State without respect on the chief security officer of the state, it means there is breach of law in that state. The state governor, the person of Mr. Godwin Obaseki, is not against signing the peace accord. The PDP candidates, the PDP chairman, they are not against signing the peace accord. But the condition is that people that were arrested illegally should be released. You don't come to a state without looking at the office of the first citizen, the chief executive officer, the chief security officer of the state, before arresting certain chieftains of the party. What about others in the APC that were seen in the scene of a crime at Airport Road? And these persons were seen with firearms. Have they been arrested?
Can you be more specific with those within the APC that you said were seen with firearms at the scene of the crime, in your words?
Well, I believe that you have the video. We have people like Edo State, and we have others like the Egogo, and others, they are there. So you could see them with firearms. The security system captured them, and they were displayed on social media. I could send you the video after this broadcast. They were displayed. Why not arrest those people? You went ahead to arrest people illegally. We could recall that The many persons that were arrested in PDP, they were not seen in the crime.
Eromosele, are you there? I think we, of course, are having a bit of connectivity issues with Eromosele. Let me go to Mr. Balogun right now. Mr. Balogun, I think we have Eromosele back. Are you there?
I'm there.
Okay, we lost you for a moment. Please, I'd like you to touch down so I can move to Mr. Balogun.
All right, I'm there.
Please continue.
All right. Now, these persons were arrested. The state governor called the commissioner of police at that time. The commissioner of police refused to respond to the state governor. Rather, the commissioner of police went to Abuja to meet the IGP. You see, that is a breach of law of the state. When the state governor is in power, who is the chief executive officer and the chief security officer, before you take people out of the state, you will inform him. The state governor is not telling them that people cannot be tried. They said people should be tried legally. Let the framework of the laws be activated.
All right.
See, it is one-sided, and the party is not happy about it. So the party gave a condition. Let these things be treated appropriately. Then we can sign the peace accord. The peace accord cannot stop us from going out to contest in the governorship election. It cannot stop us. We are a peaceful people, the PDP, which is why the state governor, Mr. Obaseki, has ensured there is peace in the state. Thank you. All
right. Let me leave you for a moment. Let me go to Mr. Balogun. I would like to believe that you had, of course, some of the things Eromosele said. I'm still going to pose that question to you. The issue of the peace accord and maybe what the APC, which of course is your party, might perceive, you know, if at all, having any impact on the elections?
Well, first and foremost, Dr. thanks very much for having me on your program. And I am Otumba Oladele Bankole Balogun. To answer the issue on the peace accord, first and foremost, the peace accord is an initiative of an elder statesman, a former head of state, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Abdulsalam. Now, the peace accord on its own is a conventional thing. You know, it's a convention to bring parties to the table, to a round table. It's nothing binding. It's not binding at all. But the mere fact of a peace accord is meant to really give, you know, a feel-good factor, if you like, for want of a better word, as we approach the elections and bring all the parties to a round table to say, hey, look, we're coming yet again to another cycle. Let's have peace and tranquility. And this has been going on from year onto year onto year, and there's been absolutely no problems whatsoever. Also in Edo State, no problems whatsoever. But when you have, you know, a governor of a state going out to campaign and saying to people that this election is a do or die, then no wonder why they would not submit themselves, you know, to signing a piece of paper to say, hey, look, you know what, we come in good faith, you know, and so on and so forth. So it's sad. It's really sad yet again on the governor to put Edo State into this kind of situation. Whether they sign the peace accord or they don't sign the peace accord, the people of Edo State are peace-loving people. The elections will come on Saturday. It will be a peaceful election, you know. On the 22nd, the APC is going to be declared winner by the grace of God and the people of Edo State, and all this brouhaha will be over and done with. There's going to be elections. It will be peaceful elections, and the people of Edo State will be better for it because 8 years of Obaseki is far too much for anybody to take anymore.
Let me go to Eromosele. I noticed you're smiling, particularly when he said, the governor said, the election is do or die. I would like you to react to that.
Well, I want to come in this way. You could recall that the IGP suspended the Edo Security Network. You see, in our previous elections, the Edo Security Network has never taken part in elections and has never been suspended in this method. The Edo Security Network, let's say, before, 2 days before election, there is always a statement by the IGP or the presidency that it is only the conventional police that is allowed to partake in the security of elections in Edo State ab initio. But suspending the Edo Security Network just a week plus before the election, it means that there is something that is coming. We envisage that the APC is looking at rigging formula, trying to rig the election. And the actions, the political shenanigans, which has been displayed by the APC over time during this electionary period, it shows that the APC is kind of putting fear on the masses in order for them not to come out to vote, so that the APC will rig the election. But I want to assure you that the masses have Asue Ighodalo in mind as the candidate that is eligible, the candidate with competence, capacity, the standard to win Edo State election and to govern Edo State beyond every reasonable doubt. I want to tell you today that when you have a marketable candidate, you have a candidate that is fit, a sellable candidate.
Sorry,
you need not to worry.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I mean, you said that the APC is putting mechanisms on ground to rig. I mean, that's pretty weighty. I would like you to speak more, you know, with specifics on what exactly you're insinuating.
All right, if you look at the system, the tension that is created in the system by the APC, like I made mention, the attack on Airport Road, where the APC talks, they moved around, started shooting and putting fears in the masses. There is an indication that they are planning to truncate a peaceful electionary process. And I tell you that...
sorry, Otumba Balogun, I'm afraid you'll come in, but I would like Eromosele to land, and then you come in, sir. Please go ahead.
When you look at the IGPC, let me tell you one thing. Like I said, Edo Security Network has never taken part in any election in the Edo State. The Edo Security Network has never taken part. The IGP, like I said, always announced conventional police. These are the people we always see in Edo State election. Why suspending the Edo Security Network till further notice in the first place? That is an indication that the APC is trying to put a particular rigging formula, putting fear in the citizens that there is tension in the system, there is chaos in the system, which is why we are suspending the Edo Security Network. The governor, Mr. Obaseki, has come out in a peaceful method. If you check when the governor was talking in that peace accord meeting, the governor was not violent in his speech. Okay. The governor did not promote violence. He only talked to them. Look at what is happening. Okay. He explained everything that happened. I called the commissioner of police. He refused. Rather, he went to Abuja to meet the IGP. And the IGP, the commissioner of police refused to talk to
Mr. Ehisuan.
Let me tell you, when a state an activity is going on in the state, don't the state governor, who is the chief security officer of the state, has right over the security of the state? No, I asked the question. Let the APC chieftain answer this question. This is the state. All
right, Mr. Ehisuan, let me leave you for a moment. Let me bring Otumba Oladele Balogun into this conversation to react and also, you know, bear his mind.
Yeah. Well, what do you want me to react to? Because, I mean, he's been spewing an awful lot of untruths, you know, to be honest with you. Quite a substantial amount of it is absolute bunkum and balderdash. I mean, the governor is the one who is saying that there's going to be do or die on one occasion at a big rally, you know. On another occasion, this same governor is saying that, you know, the state is going to burn, the country is going to burn, and he's going to lead the burning. You know, on another occasion, one of his trusted allies, one Olaye man, I don't know him, He says that if a particular person is not declared, the state is going to burn. I mean, what are you talking about? What is this gentleman talking about? You are saying that the Nigerian police force, which constitutionally is charged with the responsibility of securing lives and property, should not do their job? That's the job of the police force, not some chief security officer. The chief security officer is not over and above the Nigerian police force. It's not possible. If the Nigerian police force has any reason, to prescribe or do whatever in the interest of the general public, that is their own remit. That is their constitutional remit.
I'm sorry.
Who are you or who am I, to challenge, the Nigerian police, in securing lives and property? And if really you say that the security network, has no untoward motives, why are you so bothered? Essentially, my understanding is that the Nigerian police force has said, look, for the period of this election, no group, no person, nobody should have arms, because we know what happens when this kind of situations occur. So I don't understand.
Otumba Balogun, I'm sorry, but to interrupt you, I understand that we need to go on a break. However, when we return, there are also concerns, by the ruling party in Edo State that federal might, is being used to sort of, oppress, permit me to use that word, the structure, the governing structure in the state. But you will respond to that when we return from the break. Please, just a second. Many thanks for staying with us. This is still Politics HQ on News Central Television. I still have my guest with me. Eromosele Ehisuan is the state coordinator for the Edo Coalition Movement for the Asue Ighodalo 2024 movement. And also Otumba Oladele Balogun is an APC chieftain, a former federal commissioner, Public Complaints Commission. Gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. Now, let me go to you, Otumba Oladele Balogun. I, of course, raised some concerns, or a concern, by the People's Democratic Party, which, of course, they've aired even on this program, talking about federal might being used to sort of oppressively, let me use that word. Your reaction to that before we now move into some of the achievements, if at all, of the outgoing administration in Edo State?
Well, I mean, my simple reaction to that is that this is a government that is totally, bereft of any new ideas, at the dying hours of its life. Obaseki has failed spectacularly in this state. And that is the reason why, himself, his acolytes, they're all crying wolf. Look, what happened to federal might when he won the second term? What happened to federal might? Because he has failed and failed spectacularly, they will look for all kinds of straws to clutch on in the dying moments. The fact of the matter is, no one is planning to rig any election. There's no federal might going to do anything. Listen, if you have done well and you want to anoint somebody, you should have absolutely no worries. I come from Akoko, Edo North in this state. There's absolutely not one developmental project of this governor in 8 years. He spoke to me when he was going to be governor a second time. He spoke to me. He made commitments. He has done absolutely nothing for the people of his local government.
I mean, you said the outgoing governor did speak to you and made commitments to that regard. But yes, some of them in the state said he has been able to transform the state to a large extent to an ICT state. There are some points in the states that you have free Wi-Fi.
Look, listen, you see all this razzmatazz, it doesn't work when the vast majority of the people are below standard. When they are substandard, it does not work. If your ICT works for, 1% of the population, and you've got 98% in abject poverty, no roads, no schools, no healthcare, no new infrastructure, no businesses, no opportunities, no welfare.
On the aspect of education, they've talked also about the Edo Best, saying that it's been doing well.
Dapo, I'm not a spring chicken. I have been actively involved in the politics of this state. I am talking of the vast majority of people, which is what politics is all about. It is about the welfare of the people, for the people, okay? And insofar as that is concerned, I am saying categorically that this governor has failed spectacularly.
Let me bring in Eromosele to react. Otumba Balogun said the outgoing governor, Governor Godwin Obaseki of your party, the People's Democratic Party, has failed spectacularly. What do you have to say?
Well, thank you. I will look at it as a falsehood. You know, the APC, they are used to falsehood, propaganda, and lies. You see, I am not a member of the Obaseki's government. And I am not an appointee or holding a political office in Obaseki government. But I will tell you that the Edo Best, as is rated, it has made the Edo State education system to be rated first and second in Nigeria. First and second in Nigeria. That is the Edo Best. Initially, let's say second and third, please. Initially.
Okay, sorry, you said it has been rated by the second and third best in Nigeria.
Second and third.
On what basis, on what platform?
Initially, it was 28 in Nigeria. I will ask you, please verify. It was 28 in Nigeria, but now it's second and third. Please verify what I am saying. I would advise you one day to invite the Commissioner for Communication and Orientation to talk more on the Obaseki's government. I will take you to round Obaseki's government achievement. I'll take you round it right now.
I'm sorry to come in, Eromosele. The commissioner you mentioned, to be honest, on this program, we have sent him several messages. We've tried to reach him. It's been unavailable. So maybe if you can convey this message to him directly, that I would like to have him on Politics HQ, it will be nice. But let me allow you land so that I can bring in Otumba Balogun.
Let me continue. You see, Obaseki government has recorded great achievements. There's one thing about Obaseki. He's a man, he's a silent achiever. He's a man that does not advertise his achievement. It was recently that people started telling him, why not advertise what you have achieved so far? I want to take you to the Shoprite, which the APC said that they're going to destroy. When you go to the Shoprite in Sapele Road, the Shoprite has employed so many persons. There are people that have gotten jobs in the Shoprite. We have digital library there. We have a pharmacy there. We have a supermarket there, the Shoprite. It has a lot there. I want to take you to the Edo Secretariat, Edo State Secretariat, which has free Wi-Fi. And it has different kind of offices. Comfort is comfortable. That if you go to the offices, the civil servants are comfortable working in a conducive environment. The Edo State Secretariat, years back, was a sham, was in fact a mess. That when each time we go there, we always see it as a place that somebody cannot even sit, somebody cannot even stay. But when this man came into office, he saw an avenue that, let me build a structure. It's not about rehabilitation. It's like a building. He put this elevator is there also. I want to take you to
what are you talking about? Elevator? Is that an achievement of a governor to put elevator in a building?
Training center. Please let me come down. You said he has not achieved something. I want to tell you what he has achieved. I will take you to AAU also. Odige Training Center. It was built by Obaseki. I want you to take you to Victor Waifu Cultural Creative Hub. When the APC people, they went there during the peace accord. They sat down there, they relaxed, in fact, and they were happy about it. But the same people are telling you that Obaseki has not achieved anything. A place that is conducive. Go to the Observer.
You know what? Let me leave you for a moment, Mr. Ehisuan. Let me leave you for a moment, Mr. Ehisuan. You have said quite a number of things, you know, in the name of achievement. Let me get Otumba Balogun's reaction to some of these things.
Yeah, Dako, to be honest with you, I am saddened, you know, that, you know, we're having this level of conversation when a grown young man can come on national television and say that, you know, one of the achievements of a governor is to put elevator into a building. I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, a year one government student, a year one economic student knows what ought to be done to the vast majority of people you are governing for a better quality of life. It's not putting elevators and rubbish and nonsense. You know, so my dear brother, you know, let's get away. The Edo State, you know, let's get away. Let's get away from. No, come on. I didn't interrupt you.
Can you talk about the Edo State?
Mr. Eromosele, please hold down. Let's listen to Otumba Balogun and then you react.
Yeah. Yes, I attempted to interrupt you. I was cut short and I held my peace. And please do not interrupt me. Now, perhaps what I should have done at the beginning of this interview really was to give a brief resume of myself. I only joined the APC a few months ago. I was a legacy member of the PDP, a leader in the PDP, a financier of the PDP. We brought in Godwin Obaseki. We rescued Godwin Obaseki after he had been thrown to the dogs by this same APC. This man turned around, shafted every single person, shafted the current deputy governor of the state, shafted the national vice chairman of the party, shafted me in the process, shafted Obede Hama, shafted everybody, put in a bunch of nitwits in the government. And here you have 4 years after a government that has no achievements in Akoko Edo, in Esako West, Esako East, Esako Central, in the Onwas, in the Eastern Centrals, everywhere. And you are coming to tell us on national television that they built one building, one secretariat, and put elevator there. Come on. I mean, this kind of conversation should not be on this level. On the 21st of this month, the Edo people will talk. And Dakwa, if you allow me, I made some notes. I made some mental notes of what my dear younger brother was saying about the police arresting people illegally. The police have a power of arrest, and there's nothing illegal about the Nigerian police arresting anybody. Unless, of course, you guys say you are above the law, and Godwin Obaseki must be the one, to do the work for the Nigerian police force. I just wanted to clear that out.
All right, let's, of course, go on a quick break. I know you would like to react, Mr. Ehisuan, but we need to go on a commercial break. When we return, of course, we'll pick up from there. To stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. This is still Politics HQ on New Central Television. I still have my guest with me, Eromosele Ehisuan, is the state coordinator for the Edo Coalition Movement for Asue Ighodalo 2024, and also Otumba Balogun is an APC chieftain and former Federal Commissioner, Public Complaints Commission. Gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. And of course, the topic of conversation is still the Edo Guba polls, which will be holding this Saturday in Edo State. Well, let me go to you, Eromosele. Maybe you have just a few things to say as regards what Otumba Oladele said, but my question to you will be, what do you consider the three basic needs right now of the people of Edo State that you feel maybe an Asue might resolve?
All right, let me react to what Otumba said. Otumba is an aggrieved PDP member. You see, I am a legacy PDP member. But based on the good work that the governor has been doing, and our sellable candidate, Dr. Asue Ighodalo, we decided to work with the governor, not to go to the Danobis camp. You see, with the way Otumba said, he's an aggrieved member. So aggrieved people, they can never see anything good about the person. He said Obaseki has failed. Where has Obaseki failed? He has not mentioned anything. Tell him what I am saying now. He should go and check the stadium. What I am saying now, go to AU, you see that what I'm saying, he cannot deny those things I'm talking about. He knows the man has done well, but they are aggrieved. They just want to continue the fight against Obaseki. Let me answer your question, Dapo. Let me answer your question. You see, we are looking at improvement in job opportunities. And Asue Ighodalo, in our several meetings, has told us that he will create jobs for the citizens of Edo State. Because he is a job creator, somebody that is resourceful. He has headed different organizations as chairman. He was a chairman, Sterling Bank, Chairman Alagodaro and others. He has done well. He has given the governor good economic advice that has made the government of Edo State to lift Edo State from the area of Shomole left Edo State with 250 billion naira debt.
So what you're saying right now is that in Edo State, there is a job deficit which maybe the outgoing administration could not fill up. Is that what you're suggesting?
No, I am telling you about improvement. See, government is all about continuity. As a political scientist, I will tell you that government is about continuity. When Asue say where Obaseki stop, I will continue. Some persons misinterpret it. Continuity is a process whereby you lift yourself from where the other government stop. And take the government to another level, a higher level.
So in a sentence, can you just tell us one area you feel that continuity would happen? Just in a sentence. What area?
Let us look at job creation.
Job creation.
Job creation.
All right.
Yes, it's very, very important.
Okay, let me
involves the young people. You understand?
All right.
It involves the young people. Obaseki has created jobs and has engaged the young people. In Edo Best, he has engaged the young people. There are many people that Obaseki retained as teachers who were part of this process of people coming to become teachers, to be trained and become teachers in Edo Best. He made a promise to them that I will retain some persons, of which those that were the best, he has taken them and retained them. And now, as it stands, I asked, there's a little girl in New Era Secondary School, whom I saw today. I said, in New Era, do you have teachers? He said, yes, we have complete teachers. And I'm happy about it. It means that the governor is really working on the educational system. All right. I will tell you that in the previous educational system, it was the sham in Oshomole's government, which Oshomole only came out to start displaying shenanigans by telling people that he is kind of doing educational rebranding, whereas there was nothing to write him about. I tell you that governance is a process, it's a continuity. So,
all right, Mr. Ehisuan, I'm sorry.
Come 21st September, which is on Saturday, this Saturday, the masses will come and give their protest vote against the failure of the APC government. At the national level, the APC has failed. Even thinking about Oshomole's government is analog government. Obaseki government is a digital government. Oshomole said it himself, that Obaseki is a man that is working, that he does not make noise.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ehisuan. I'm sorry, because we are pressed for time. I know you would like to continue.
A whole lot of bunkum.
I know you would like to continue. Let me bring in Otumba Balogo into this. He said a lot of things. I would like you to react to it. I mean, he even said you are an aggrieved party member.
Yes, I am an aggrieved member. I've been a member of the PDP. I was a member of the PDP since 1999. And yes, of course, I'm aggrieved. And why am I aggrieved? Because I'm a principled Edo man. I'm a principled man who was raised well, who believes in an agreement is an agreement. And if a grown man cannot stand by his agreements, then it's not worth his salt. You have a governor that desecrates, our traditional systems, a governor that desecrates the institution of the Oba of Benin, a governor that cannot create, you say he creates jobs, come to my local government, which is the 4th largest local government in terms of votes in the whole of the state. This local government is the largest local government with enormous arable land for mechanized farming. Tell me one tractor that has come to this local government or surrounding local governments. Tell me the number of roads he has built here. Tell me the new schools he has built here. Tell me the healthcare facilities here. Tell me the good jobs of the future that he has created here. My dear brother, please, I am aggrieved because I am a principled person. Well, let me take the time to talk about the candidate of the APC. You see, there's no point fapping about, like the Bible says, only the empty barrels make the loudest noise. They make all sorts of noise, crying wolf here and there. Here you have a young man, probably about the same age as this young man that is ranting on television. This is an accomplished businessman in his own right. This is somebody who is a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Because he's not able to shout and talk carelessly like most people do, you berate him. Empty barrels make the loudest noise. This is a successful man in his own right. This is a young man, and I actually believe with all sense of sincerity that what Edo State needs right now is a fresh beginning. And that fresh beginning can only come from a young man who has shown in his own private life that he has been successful with life. He has been mega successful with life. He has been mega successful in the politics. He has been mega successful in the politics of where he comes from.
All right.
Come on.
Okay. Otumba Balogun, thank you so much. But we, of course, need to go on a quick break. When we return, we'll pick up from where we stop. To stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. This is still Politics HQ on News Central Television. And of course, we're still discussing the upcoming polls in Edo State happening this Saturday. I still have my guest with me, Otumba Oladele Balogun, is an APC chieftain and also a former Federal Commissioner, Public Complaints Commission, and also Eromosele Ehisuan, a state coordinator, Edo Coalition Movement for Asue Ighodalo 2024. I would still stay with you, Otumba Balogun. There are talks concerning the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, given the fact that many feel that he is a greenhorn when it comes to the political landscape. And they also fears that because it often appears like the former governor, Adams Oshiomhole, is always talking, there are concerns that he might, should he become the governor, be a puppet of many of these top-playing politicians. I would like you to react and speak on that.
Well, first and foremost, I can assure you that a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not a greenhorn. And let me give you a little bit of political education. Edo Central, where the senator comes from, the APC senator comes from, that place used to be the bastion of the PDP. That was Chief Aneni's domain of blessed memory. The PDP held that seat since 1999 until 2023, when this young, successful, easy, unassuming, but highly effective politician won that seat. And you say it's a greenhorn. Look, this is all part of the smear campaign of the opposition party. Me, I have grown to acknowledge success, whether it comes in big packages or in small packages. Acknowledge success and run with it. Monday Okpebholo is a silent achiever, is a successful businessman in his own right, and is certainly not a political greenhorn.
So I mean, if you say is not...
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. When he can unseat a two-time, two-tenure senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from a senatorial district. So I beg to disagree with that characterization that he's a greenhorn. He's certainly not a greenhorn. Okay, so what political achievements has he made, while representing his people, or in his home state, for instance? Well, what political achievement is separate from charitable achievements. This young man has been involved in massive charitable progress long before he became a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And having become a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, his constituency, his senatorial constituency, is awash with brand new projects, including the road that everybody has refused to do, the road that Obaseki has refused to touch because it is a federal road. He is not the only governor in this country who has federal roots.
So you are saying Mr. Monday Okpebholo has been able to bring in motion infrastructural achievements, particularly the roads in his constituency. Is responsible for that.
I didn't say particularly. I'm saying that he has done an awful lot of work, charitably on the one hand. That is charitable work. Whether you're talking of roads, whether you're talking of hospitals, whether you're talking of boreholes, whether you're talking of hands out to less privileged people. But in terms of political, he became a senator in May of 2023. And from May 2023, I challenge you to go and look at the Hansard of the Senate, and you can see his bills, you can see his motions, and you can see some of the things that he has put forward for the advancement of his people.
Okay, let me bring in Mr. Ehisuan on this. Okay, I understand that we of course are still trying to connect with Eromosele, but I'll still stay with you. Now, let's talk about some pivotal issues ahead of the polls. There are concerns, particularly in the area of security. We've had cases where we've brought, stakeholders even on the program, and they have voiced concerns saying that the police in the state is pretty much compromised. I'd like you to speak on that.
Well, you see, I wouldn't say that. You see, look, again, maybe I should have told you that I'm not a greenhorn in this business. I've run National Assembly elections twice in Edo State. We've had no problems whatsoever. Obaseki was governor in 2016, 2020, no problems whatsoever. Okay? So why all of a sudden Obaseki, because he has fallen out of favor, he's shouting up and down the whole place, I mean, please, you will be there, I will be there by the grace of God. This election will come and go. We are not violent people. I certainly am not a violent person, So all this rubbish about, the state will burn, the country will burn, I will lead it, it's a do or die affair. You guys should go and challenge him and ask him what really does it mean by all this, talk.
All right. Before we go, because I understand that we are pressed for time, let's expand this conversation a bit. Your party, the All Progressives Congress, is the ruling party at the federal level. And, of course, Nigerians, since the administration began, have been feeling the impact of the Tinubu-led administration, particularly from the quote-unquote bold policy moves made from day one. Nigerians at the moment buying, for instance, a liter of petrol from 1,000 naira upwards per liter, amongst, a spiral of other things. I'd like you to speak on your party's achievement, if at all, so far at the federal level. Are we heading anywhere?
I'm glad that you said that the government, the Asue Ighodalo government, made some bold moves. I'm glad you said that. I don't know whether you said it deliberately or whether it was a slip of tongue. But yes, in fact, it made a bold move to stem the rot that was already within the system, which had been going on for several years, for successive governments. It only takes a bold leader, to stem that rot. And and I know, and the country knows that rot somewhat has been stemmed. Yes, there's still a lot of pain. As
the rot, because I'm not aware, has the rot really been stemmed?
No,
is it stemming
I'm
now?
not saying it's been caught out. It's been stemmed. Stemmed doesn't mean caught out, but it's it's like you have a wound and you occlude it a bit, to stop the blood flow. That is where we are right now. Nigeria was bleeding profusely. Right now, it's been stenosed, and it's not Uhuru yet. But the programs and policies of this government in the short term and in the long term will be better for us. It is unfortunate that previous governments, and I'm talking of governments going back into history, have not addressed these problems. You know what? If you don't address it, you will have to address it at some stage. Unfortunately, it is this president who has been saddled with addressing it. But you know something? This man took the bull by the horn, addressed it, and we're dealing with it. Already we're beginning to see some green shoots.
You said talking about great shoots, because right now the average Nigerian is struggling to feed. This is reality. So I ask you again, are we headed anywhere?
Yes, of course we are. I mean, look, I am also a Nigerian. If I'm buying petrol X amount and I'm buying it 3X amount, it's not easy. You know, I have a family. I have to feed a family. I have to have a wife who is demanding. You know, likewise many people. But you know something? If we've made a mess with our own personal finances, then we suffer we suffer the pain to get the gain. There's no short fixes, Dapo. There's no short fixes. President Ahmed Tinubu and his administration did not create the problem that we're faced with.
I really wish we had more time to talk on this, but I understand that we really need to go. Thank you so much for your time on the program. Otumba Oladele Balogun, once again, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right.